What's going on, guys? We are back, and World Tournament 59 is live with us. I am not going to be grinding super hard this World Tournament. I've got a bit of a busy weekend ahead of me just with work and stuff. I have already sacrificed my Thursday night to continue link leveling and not playing the World Tournament on the global version. I was, in fact, grinding it on the JP version, so I have finished my 20 wins over there. But yeah, I haven't even really started. As you can see here, I've only gotten like 4 wins today. Since, you know, I've had time to play the World Tournament. This is my day off today, but I am working Saturday and Sunday. So I want to get a bunch of YouTube recording and stuff for you guys done today. So unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be, you know, super focused on the World Tournament. Probably not going to be getting like top 1 local or, you know, top 1,000 to be getting extra potential orbs and things like that this time around. So I figured usually what we do with these first World Tournament videos is I've already grinded the 20 wins, so I get all of the, you know, Dragon Ball Saga summon tickets that are available from the reward, like the mission rewards. And then we can do some summons at the end of this video after kind of doing an introduction. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that here because I haven't farmed them up yet. So we're still just going to have to do one summon video for all those tickets at the end of the World Tournament once we get our rewards, which we will definitely do. So I figured we could probably summon on the JP version at the end of the video here. Since I finished my, you know, runs over there, we could probably just do ticket summons on that side. So basically, because I'm not going to be grinding super hard, I don't want to make this video super focused about my account, especially my global account, and like what's going down with the World Tournament, because it's going to be very, very bare bones stuff here. Yeah, like the, if we show off my local rankings, granted, we are like the next afternoon after having started the World Tournament, but it looks like the people that are in first have already played up to like 40 times. So I don't know if I'm going to be keeping up with those people, especially because I do work on Sunday evening. So basically, by the time I start work on Sunday, I'm done playing, and then there'll be a couple extra hours for other people in my group to catch up to me. Which it just doesn't seem very fun to grind all weekend and then have no chance at the very end because I'm occupied, right? So yeah, that being said, there is some cool resources that I want to touch on, one of which is actually brand new for this World Tournament. So yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to the web view, and I want to show you guys a couple of things. Okay, so something that just got created is this new website related to World Tournament information. So if we visit this website, I'm showing the tweet here because I actually retweeted this just because I think it's something that all the Dokkan community should know about. These World Tournament, you know, resources are actually very, very helpful here. They can guide you toward like a much smoother experience in the World Tournament and just make the grinding not feel as bad. If you know what you're doing here. So yeah, if we pop on over to the website, this is what it's going to be looking like. Now, this is a very bare bones thing, but it's just kind of an external piece that I wanted to show you that kind of links to another resource. So basically what we're going to be looking at here is like your performance during the World Tournament, and how you're able to, like, basically they track like the speed that you're able to move, and how quickly you're able to obtain points. Okay, so I guess we'll go to the leaderboard here. And I suppose it isn't really speed exactly that they're testing, but it's like amount of points per run, I suppose is the way it goes. So if we take a look at the leaderboard, just to give an example one, like Baba Yaga, who's currently in first place, this is their speed. This is how they've been going. So they've been going at a rate of 14 wins. Oh, I guess maybe it is overtime because this is 14 wins per hour, I assume is what that means. But yeah, so we can see their rate goes up like kind of significantly sometimes. It's been pretty solidly at 14, which is really fast actually. So yeah, you can see this here will basically give you an indicator of if the team that you're using is the one that's accumulating and farming you the most amount of points. Because there is something called a seed. So based on the units that you bring into battle, that is what determines the enemies that you're going to be facing off against. And the enemies that you face off against provide you different amounts of points upon clearing based on the rarity levels of those characters. So bringing specific characters into the you know, into the event will cause you to spawn the best teams to face, ultimately giving you the highest rate of, you know, collecting points. So, okay, so yeah, this is how this resource works. And then obviously if you wanted to look at your own, you would just have to type in your in-game name. Let's see. Oh, does it need the capitalization? What is going on? Am I, like, on a... I might be on... is there only, like, a JP one? Or is there no difference between... Oh, I just realized what it is. There's a fine print on this, actually. You have to be top 10,000. That's why. Because I'm not top 10,000, it doesn't show mine, because I haven't played. Man, this is so inconvenient that I'm not, like, grinding this World Tournament hard this time around. Okay, this is so annoying. Well, we probably will touch and show this for my thing specifically, but I guess we could do it on older editions, right? We can view the leaderboard on this one, and then we can just search for me, because surely on the last World Tournament, mine will show up here. There we go. Yeah, I was ranked 160. Okay, so we can see this was my chart. Now, obviously, all of these dead periods are me sleeping or not playing the game at all. And then, you know, some of this is probably me doing other things while playing. Some of this is probably diligent grinding, though. So, but yeah, you can see that my rates never really got up to this height, except for at the end I was kind of tuning into it, because I wasn't actually using the best possible teams to be able to get those points farmed out the quickest that I could. So there is another resource where you can find that's going to be very helpful for you developing the teams that are going to get you really, really nice speed in these world tournaments. So there is actually a Discord server here, Dokkan Battle Help and Discussion Group. This is a wonderful server that I recommend you join. It is open to all players. So there's lots of different channels in here. This historically was the channel that everyone ran to for chain battle help. This is where all of those chain battle gods live, and they were, you know, willing to take people onto their friends list to help them out with chain battle throughout those event periods. And since, you know, the destruction of chain battle, there's still been a lot of useful resources in here. One of the main ones has been the World Tournament. So there's specifically this channel here. We all love World Tournament. There's constantly discussions going on in this channel about World Tournament stuff, World Tournament help. And as you can see, there are some really neat resources in here based on some bots that have been added to this server that can actually show you a lot of in-game information, tracking like current stuff going on in the game, right? So we can see leaderboards of win pace. Here you can see like someone's individual you know, tracking wins. You can track yourself comparative to another player. There's a lot of different commands that you can do in here, you know, to just find different information. I think it's a really, really neat resource. On top of that, there is some pins in this channel specifically that show you a bunch of stuff. So here is a link to that website that we were just on. We have some leaderboards, okay, more leaderboards, great. Oh, this is actually really neat. This is going to show you a lot of the previous scoring so that you know going into a world tournament what you can expect to have to grind. So this shows you basically like the placement of players and then how many points they ended up grinding by the end of that given world tournament. So you can kind of get an idea starting out if you want to get, you know, like for instance, this time I think I'm shooting for like top 2,000. So it looks like I'm going to need to get about 100 wins, just to make sure I can solidify that placement, right? But yeah, so that kind of thing, right? Very, very neat resources in here. There's also, oh, okay, yeah, so some more leaderboard stuff. Okay, this is really cool. This is showing you every single AoE character in the game, because obviously the AoE characters are the only ones you're going to want to be attacking with. And this shows you the length of time it takes for this character's animation set to AoE 7 characters. Because there is first the animation that their entire super attack takes, and then there's the length of time that it takes to actually show the demolishing of each of the 7 enemies. That does take longer for some units, and it is a much shorter process for some units. As you can see, there's a disparity of 11 seconds between the shortest and longest super attacks that we've got here. So this is something that you can use to gauge speed as well, which is why this Piccolo right here is kind of seen as like the best World Tournament unit, because these 3 units up here, well, first of all, these 2, the Frieza and then the Tech Majin Vegeta, are not strong enough at all to be run in modern World Tournament. This LR Majin Vegeta is, but unfortunately you do have to get his 18 key super, and that can be a little bit hard to do, which usually requires you to use an item first, which means this timer is being added. You got to add like 4 or 5 seconds to be able to use the item, right? So without having that applied, then this guy isn't technically faster. So this Piccolo is actually considered the fastest AoE unit in the game for World Tournament. But yeah, that's another little helpful list there. And then there is also this. So this is the team. I believe usually the way they keep it is the team that has the best possible seed for your point spawning in World Tournament is going to be the most recent team that's posted in these pinned posts here. So big shout outs to Lotad. In fact, we should probably view his Twitter as well. I am going to be deeming that another very valuable resource. Let's go ahead and take a look there. So that's kind of everything for that server. It is also worth mentioning there's always people buzzing around in that server, so if you ever have questions, just throw a comment out in the channels, and they will be getting right back to you. There's plenty of people there that want to help players out. There's also, especially during the World Tournament, there's always a rolling voice chat there, and there's always some members of the upper level of that community that know what they're talking about, or at least can get you in touch with the people that know what they're talking about, who are floating around in those voice chats as well. So there's always good help to go around there. And this is the final resource that I will talk about, which is Lotad's Twitter. So this is one of the biggest World Tournament grinders in the world. This is somebody who consistently places really, really high. Like top 10 or even top higher than that. He has done quite a few. Here we go. Oh wait, this is Million Arena stuff. Wait, never mind. I was gonna say he has done a lot of posting about World Tournament stuff over time. I wonder if he's got these things like they're not like bookmarked or anything. I wonder. If you were to scroll back on this player's I mean, okay, so I guess this one here is World Tournament related. He's talking about the Omega team, because Omega is an AoE character, and he explains exactly why that is not going to be like a good choice for you. He gives a bunch of pictures here of the top World Tournament seed teams, so if you're using any one of these teams, this is probably going to be a good idea for you. But yeah, there are basically like, I guess the threads aren't super easy to find right here up front. I'm also not super savvy at using the internet, but there are lots and lots of threads on here where Lotad has basically fully explained how to operate yourself in the World Tournament. So these things are available on his Twitter, and I think given the inability to hunt for them on your own, I'm sure that he would be more than willing to share these resources with you, and his DMs are open, so you could go ahead and send him a message. Okay, so yeah, Lotad's Twitter, that's kind of the final place. All right. I guess we can switch back to in-game now, and kind of get finished up here. So again, yeah, I'm not going to be grinding super, super hard here, so we will probably not touch base on the global account again until after the World Tournament's over and we get our rewards, and then I'll just be showing you guys like where I ended up placing. We don't really need to show any gameplay because there haven't been any new teams or any new cards that are, breaking the game and making World Tournament teams different. We're basically just copy-pasting the stuff from the past few World Tournaments, so nothing new to show there, other than, again, the fact that Omega, which is the newest iteration of strong AoE units, is not a World Tournament viable option, just because of, the length of time it takes to kind of use his attacks and stuff. Yeah, so I guess to go ahead and finish up, let's switch to the JP version real quick, and then we can do some Dragon Ball Saga summon tickets here and see if we can get anything decent. We obviously do have 2 types of banners we could summon on during this World Tournament, during any World Tournament. Well, technically 3, right? Because you've got the generic SSR banner, which absolutely would not recommend that players ever spend their World Tournament tickets on this banner, and definitely not this time around. Yeah, that's a really bad banner. So we've got this one with the World Tournament SSRs, and then we have this one with all the Dragon Ball Saga characters. For the World Tournament SSRs one, because I've only ever played like 3 or 4 World Tournaments on JP, and I'm missing most of the cards, I don't think I'm going to spend these this time around. Now, last World Tournament, I think what I did was I just went ahead and spent them all because I was like, well, I don't have many of the cards, so it doesn't matter if I pull things featured or unfeatured, they're going to be things I can use. Whereas now, I'm thinking more of the standpoint of, like, when a card comes around that is actually really broken, I want to make sure that I can 100% pick them up. So I would rather save these tickets for when there's something featured that I really want, and I could pretty much guarantee myself to get that. So for now, I'm just going to be, you know, collecting the free copies of the EZA cards and then leaving the rest of these. I don't think any of these are really worthwhile for me. This guy is really good, and he is one that I would want to chase, but I already have him. And then same deal with the girls up front. They got some decent EZAs just now, but obviously I was given free copies of them when we played the World Tournament, so I didn't really need to get those. So probably just going to be saving those for now. Ultimately, what would be the nicest way to go about this is to save these tickets until I have enough Hercule Satan signatures to basically buy a copy of every card, and then I could just spend these for dupes and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm considering doing, or getting close to that strat, but yeah, we'll see. And then, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and spend these. I have no issue spending these because, again, same deal. There's a lot of cards here that I don't have, but it's much less often or less likely that something like Groundbreaking is going to appear on this banner that you absolutely need to have, right? For the most part, it's going to be pretty easy to get the, or like we might as well summon every single World Tournament to get these, because it's just going to be like the same pool of units. The pool is so small. There's not like boosted rates for the featured versus unfeatured side of things. And I don't have like basically any of these units here. So, all right, well, that was a pretty strong, solid first multi there. Definitely got nothing out of it. I'm hoping for at least one SSR would be nice. Obviously getting more than one would definitely be beneficial, considering we are missing so much stuff. All right. Yeah, it's looking rough so far. Okay, well, this is how things tend to go with the World Tournament. I guess I would mention I do already have the physical max power Jackie Chun on this account. I guess I have him on both accounts now, but yeah, he's probably the one I would want the least out of any of the units here, because I'm pretty sure I only have like 1 or 2 of the other SSRs that are available on this banner. Like the AGL Goku I have. Okay, I don't think I had Shen. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure I didn't have him on JP. Oh, I did have him. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Not a huge deal, though. I think that the Tech Demon King Piccolo, or actually the Int one would probably be fine, too. Those two are probably my most desired units on this banner. I don't think I have the STR Turban Goku, either. That could be a nice pull off this banner. Oh, as well as Anine, right? Because Anine just did get her EZA on this banner. Or was it an Awakening? I think it's an EZA that she got. Oh? Oh, it's the STR one. No. Here I was mentioning the other two, and then I get the one I don't want. Okay, Bunny Bulma. Not bad, not bad. Did I actually have her? Because she does Dokkan Awaken. I didn't have her. Okay, that's a really big pull. That's a really big pull. Definitely. Because obviously I'm going to need more of her to get her rainbowed eventually. Oh, wow, I didn't have him either. I thought I already had him on JP. Okay, neat. Let's go ahead and throw both of these guys in the workshop, too. We're in the workshop. Okay. Alright, well, let's keep going. I guess so far so good then, since we've already pulled an SSR that we didn't have, right? Technically, that's better than nothing. Was that 4 units flying in? I looked away for a moment. I think if that was 4 units flying in, then that's actually really good news for us. Because that means you're guaranteed an SSR. Let's see. Nice, Tien. Ooh, he's actually not bad either. I need to double check if I had him already. I don't believe I did, but we'll see. Right here. Again. I did not. Yes. Okay, okay. So this is actually going decently well. Not bad, not bad. 2 brand new SSRs plus the Bunny Bulma. If we get nothing for the rest of these tickets, I'll be perfectly fine. I think we have already, you know, gotten the ratio of luck that makes sense to get. Though this is kind of the ratio that I look at when... Oh! I got the Tech Demon King Piccolo too! Wow! Okay, this is really good then. I was gonna say, this is the kind of ratio that I look at on my global account, where I basically have everything already, so getting an SSR that I can use, like just 1 per world tournament, is actually very, very hard to come by. In some world tournaments, I don't even achieve that. So that's usually why I go by just 1 new card as the rule. But I guess, thinking about the fact that there was so much I didn't have on JP, it made sense to assume that, like, it would be better for us to get potentially 3 new SSRs that we didn't have, right? I don't think we had General Blue either. This is just kind of a fun meme card because of his passive skill from back in the day, having, you know, the ability to stun all enemies. Oh, actually, did I even have Devilman? Okay, yeah. We already have a copy of Devilman sitting. That's good. That's good. Even though he's banned in basically every modern day content stage, but it's no big deal. All right, Vegeta flying in, ruining things. If it had just been Krillin there, that would have been cool. Would have got something featured. Okay, 2 tickets left. Let's see what we can make happen here. Probably nothing, but that's perfectly fine. Oh, actually, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing to get that new Yamcha, yeah? And that new Yamcha, with his awakening, isn't like the worst either. Could have been clutch. Could have been clutch. Doesn't look like it's going to be anything exciting, though. Yeah. Staff Officer Black. Alright, well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this World Tournament video. Yeah, kind of nothing else to talk about. We've already finished our grinding on JP. And like I said, I'm probably not going to be grinding too heavily on Global this time around. So we will touch base on World Tournament stuff in a couple of short days when the World Tournament is over and we get the rewards. Which, actually, it's not going to be a couple days. It's going to be a little longer than that because we got to wait all the way until, like, Wednesday when the World Tournament rewards drop. So yeah, that's probably the next time you'll see me say anything about the World Tournament, unless something breaking news related happens between now and then. Alright, so yeah, let me know what you guys plan to do with your World Tournament grinding. Let me know what you think of the new characters that are released this time around. All that stuff. I'm actually very curious about my audience's World Tournament collection. I don't know how many players there are out there that have, like, complete World Tournament collections. So tell me that. Are you somebody that has every single card? Do you have them all rainbowed? Do you have SSR copies of all of the cards? Do you have everything from the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner? That's the most important thing I want to know. Which units are you missing on the Dragon Ball Saga Summon banner? Because everybody's missing something. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Gonna wrap it up here, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.